So we're right here in the heart of Shively. At the Shively Center, you've got Roosters, you've got Norton's, Texas Roadhouse, food, across the street, gas stations. And the reason we're right here in the heart of Shively, we're right off Watterson Expressway, right here off Dixie Highway that takes you southwest towards Fort Knox, Radcliffe area. And you go the other way, you're right in the downtown Louisville area. We're not very far from the airport, so Shively, growing and growing area. So you saw the first property that we went and took a look at, the investor special. The next two, yeah, I said two, not just one. The next two are gonna be really cool ones that are completely renovated on the inside. But we're not gonna go inside them. We're gonna drive by and check out the area. I'll show you more of what Dixie Highway's got to offer. And then we're gonna go see that mega investor special, 62 units, and see how your investment portfolio could boom. So some other tips and stats of Shively. It's a very large suburb in Louisville. It's right here where you still feel like you're in Louisville, but it is, again, a suburb. It's got large population, but the difference between it and the reason why I'm showing you the investor special is for rentals and for non-homeowners, and renters is the population of renters versus owners. So Shively is barely more owners than it is renters, about 55% to 45% renters. So the lower price point in Shively is a little bit lower for the average home, for the median home, but that doesn't knock out some really, really nice homes, as you saw, as you will see with more, and obviously some really, really nice stuff to offer for renters and homeowners alike. So without further ado, let's hop in the car and check out a few other areas. Let's get to it. What's going on, everybody? We're here today at a property that I'm going to call the investor special, right? So today we're going to look at three properties. One's our investor special right here. They need some love, need some TLC, and maybe the right investor could flip it and turn a profit, a little dough in their pocket. Then we're going to check out a move-in ready home in the heart of Shively. And then what I'm really going to show you guys is something cool, is a $5 million 62 unit investment property, right? So if you're here in Shively, if you're here in this area, 4216 zip code, that's the all three ranges of the spectrum. So if you're ready to get going, let's hop in and take a look. I'm Hunter again here. Come on in. So right here behind me is a 1,200 square foot property. As you can see, it's got a carport, it's got a basement, completely unfinished. And so this thing's listed for $125,000 when everything else in the neighborhood is going in the 200s. So I'm going to head in here and I want to see why this property is listed so low, and also see if any investors might have a little tickling for their fancy. And I was actually sent this property by an investor of mine, and we took a look at it, and we're going to see what sort of numbers might make this deal work, what sort of renovations and improvements could make this a profitable deal for an investor, or how you could hold this as a flip property. So without further ado, let's dive on in. All right, so we're here in the kitchen, and as you can see, we've got a good amount of space in here where if you wanted to redo some of these cabinets, a lot of them are pretty sturdy looking. You could probably keep the integrity of them, take the doors off and repaint them if you wanted to. I would do a brand new countertop on there to give it that modern aesthetic. And then obviously these linoleum floors, you gotta rip them up. These babies gotta get them. But all in all, this place just needs a little bit of TLC and some elbow grease. Obviously, you got to put a little bit of work into it, a little bit of money, and if you're flipping it, you'll put a little bit more to get that in buyer and get that nice home. And as you see, as we're driving by, and as you can see in this area, some homes that are done really, really well, they're going for the 200,000s range. So let's just, I mean, you could probably put an island in here if you knock that wall down, but it's a tight space. It's very open, but it's still tight in a way. You wouldn't want to cut it off with the island. But as you can see, the kitchen is where a lot of people spend their time, either making food, eating their food with family, groceries and whatnot. You want to have a nice kitchen space, and then it goes right into your living space. and then the rest of your time is spent in the bedrooms, the living rooms, when you are at home. Unless you work from home and you're in the whole house all day long, kitchen's where it's at. So you can see we're outside here at Anna Lane, and this is why this property is so cheap. But I would even venture to say it's going to go a little bit cheaper, because you're seeing some of the facade literally falling off right now. And we were just in the basement, but another showing came in and kicked us out. But the wall is caving in on itself inside in the middle of the basement. There's getting water damage. There's some mold down there and some problems that you're going to need to do to restructure and resettle the foundation. And they've already had some quotes of upwards of $37,000. So in my experience, this can be a $15,000, $20,000. You drill some piers down and you rejack it up, get it structurally sound. But you can't do that with new flooring in there. So you've got to wait, you've got to restructure and repivot the ground before you can go in and do that. So this is this is crazy. You can hear that. I literally kicked it. What's going on? So I'm right here in front of the Heather House, and this is 62 units of property, multifamily, income producing rentals, right? So there's 34 one bedrooms and 28 two bedrooms. So you can get some rents right here. And like I said, in the heart of Shively, this is a rental heavy suburb. And so right behind me is exactly at. So if you're an investor that's looking for an opportunity to own multiple properties all in one, 62 doors right here behind me. They range from 800 square feet up to 900 square feet. So if you're getting $1 quarter square foot, these are great properties for you. So this whole package of properties is worth $4.95 million and 62 units. So if you're doing that, that's just what's 4.9? I'll do the quick math. I should have done it before. So that's $79,000 a door. So over here, that means you should be able to generate at least bare minimum $790 a month in rent. And I know you can do that with one bedrooms, and I know for sure you can do that with two bedrooms. So take your shot at this opportunity right here. And again, Hunter Gain here with Weichert Realtors. If you're thinking about buying or selling here in Louisville, whether it's 9 days or 90 days, feel free to reach out. I'm getting calls, texts, Zoom links, messages from buyers and sellers just like you all who are interested. And if you're wanting your shot at 62 units, at that passive income, at that real estate financial freedom, then go ahead and take a look. Reach out, give me a shout. Hunter Gain here, signing off.